We all know that nutrition can affect our physical health, but what about our mental health? Well, it turns out that the proverbial saying, "you are what you eat," has a lot of truth to it. The type of food you eat can have a big influence on your mood, and with your diet, you can either alleviate or aggravate your mental health symptoms. Do you remember how great that last slice of pizza made you feel in that moment, but terrible overall when you eat junk food all the time? Well, you're about to learn why. Welcome back to the Good Health Gorilla. In today's video, we're going to discuss the most recent scientific findings on the brain-gut connection and provide you with tips and tricks to improve your mood with your nutrition. If you're brand new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and leave your comment down below, letting us know which topic you would like for us to cover next. What is the relationship between food and mood? Some consider the gut to be the second brain of the body, and they are not wrong. You might already know that your GI tract contains billions of bacteria. But did you know that these bacteria influence the production of neurotransmitters? Neurotransmitters are small molecules used by your brain and nervous system to communicate to other parts of your body. For example, neurotransmitters can carry a message from the brain to the muscle telling it to contract, or a neurotransmitter can transmit a signal from the brain to a gland asking it to produce certain hormones. Your gut and the brain are connected by something called the vagus nerve. With the help of neurotransmitters, your brain and your gut can send messages to each other through that nerve. According to the American Psychological Association, the bacteria in your gut are responsible for making many neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, which the brain uses to regulate mental processes like mood. In fact, your gut bacteria would produce as much as 95% of your body's total serotonin. But what is the role of food in all of this? Well, what you eat influences the type and the number of bacteria in your gut. Eating healthy promotes a high number of good bacteria that can produce all the necessary neurotransmitters in the quantity that you need. A steady production of neurotransmitters in the gut ensures good communication between the brain and the gut and influences your mood positively. When you constantly make poor food choices, your gut becomes inflamed and your number of good bacteria decreases. When this happens, your gut can no longer keep up with the production of neurotransmitters. And suddenly, the communication between your brain and your gut becomes defective and you might start experiencing negative mood symptoms like depression and anxiety. What does the science say? Research on the brain-gut connection has been booming over the last few years. One of those studies compared the mental health of individuals eating the standard American diet to those following the Mediterranean or Japanese diets. They found that individuals who ate the standard American diet had as much as 35% more risk of suffering from depression. The standard American diet contains a lot of processed and refined foods, while the Mediterranean and Japanese diets are rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy proteins. Researchers hypothesized that the healthier Mediterranean and Japanese diets promoted a healthy gut microbiome and thereby a healthy production of neurotransmitters, reducing the risk of depression. Another trial published in 2017 tested whether or not dietary changes could help alleviate depression. They recruited 67 people who had a clinical diagnosis of depression and split them into two groups. One group, the treatment, received dietary advice and was asked to eat a Mediterranean diet. The other group, the control group, received support but was not asked to change their diet. After 12 weeks, the depression scores of those eating a Mediterranean diet decreased significantly compared to the control group. Roughly a third of those in the treatment group were no longer clinically depressed when compared to 8% in the control group. Since then, other studies have confirmed the role of nutrition and mental health. For example, another trial including 150 adults with depression found that following a Mediterranean diet and taking fish oil supplements for 3 months led to a significant decrease in depression, stress, and anxiety symptoms. Although the research is promising, psychiatrists believe more studies are necessary before claiming that any specific diet reduces mental health symptoms. However, they have started making general recommendations about nutrition while encouraging their patients to lead healthy and active lifestyles. For example, the Royal Australian and New Zealand College of Psychiatrists published clinical guidelines to encourage doctors to discuss diet, exercise, and smoking with patients before starting any medication regimen or psychotherapy. Foods that negatively impact your mental health. Sugar and processed foods are the two main culprits for causing inflammation in your digestive tract. Sugar also increases the number of bad bacteria in your gut. Inflammation combined with a decrease in good bacteria is a terrible combo and can have detrimental effects on your gut health and consequently your mental health. If you are currently experiencing anxiety and depression, it might be time to look at what you eat. If you mostly consume foods like instant noodles, pizzas, bacon, sausages, pastries, candies, and sugary cereals, you might be seriously damaging your gut. And when your gut is in trouble, your mind is in trouble. If this is your case, you might want to reduce your processed food intake and focus on whole foods instead. If you feel like you need guidance, do not hesitate to enlist the help of a professional like a dietitian. Giving up all unhealthy foods at once can be difficult, and health professionals can give you the tools and the knowledge you need to succeed. The best foods to promote better mental health. You might be ready to make a change and finally commit to healthy eating in the hopes of improving your mental health. The first thing you need to do is focus on whole foods and ditch processed foods. Research shows that preservatives, food colorings, and some additives, basically found in all processed foods, can aggravate and even cause depressive and hyperactive symptoms. Fruits and vegetables will now be your best friends. They are high in fibers, which feed good bacteria and promote good gut health. They also help absorb sugars more slowly to prevent sugar rushes and crashes. Lastly, they are full of antioxidants, which are powerful weapons against inflammation. You also want to eat foods rich in folate like leafy greens, lentils, and cantaloupe, as they can boost dopamine production, an important neurotransmitter for mood regulation. Make sure to load up on vitamin D to help with your serotonin production, another crucial neurotransmitter for regulating mood. In some countries, you can get your vitamin D by consuming fortified dairy products. Certain mushrooms like reishi and maitake also contain vitamin D. If you cannot get your hands on these food items, make sure to get at least 15 to 20 minutes of sun exposure every day, or purchase a good vitamin D supplement instead. Healthy fats like omega-3 and omega-6 also play a role in improving your mental health. They are essential to brain functioning and can improve both mood and cognition. You want to focus on healthy fat sources like walnuts, almonds, salmon, egg yolk, sunflower oil, avocados, and pumpkin seeds. Also, make sure to avoid foods with trans fats or partially hydrogenated oils because they can cause inflammation in the body. And lastly, you should add fermented foods to your weekly grocery list because they can do wonders for your gut health. They are packed with probiotics, which are essentially live bacteria, and they can help replenish your reserves of good gut bacteria. Find ways to incorporate kimchi, miso, sauerkraut, or tempeh into your weekly meals to help boost your mood. Kombucha is another great option if you are not a fan of these other foods. Healthy eating habits to adopt for improved mental health. The way you eat can also have an impact on your mental health. For example, it is better to eat regular meals if you are prone to depression or anxiety. It will help maintain your blood sugar levels stable and prevent crashes that might make you feel tired, irritable, or depressed. To keep your blood sugar levels stable, it is also best to focus on foods with a low glycemic index like oats, whole grain bread, nuts, and seeds. Staying hydrated is also a must. Low hydration levels can make it difficult to concentrate and give you the impression that your mind is foggy. Fluid is also important for digestive health, and when combined with physical activity, it helps keep things moving down the GI tract. Make sure to drink at least 8 glasses of water every day, and you should be golden. Finally, although you might not like this last piece of advice, it might be time to reduce your caffeine intake. Having a small daily morning coffee is not bad, but too much caffeine can make you feel anxious and depressed in addition to causing sleep disturbances. Caffeine is found in tea and coffee, but also colas, energy drinks, and some chocolates. If you notice a great improvement when cutting down caffeine, you might consider avoiding it altogether. If you don't think you can survive without your 3 daily coffees, maybe ask the barista to give you a cup with half caffeinated and half decaffeinated coffee instead. So there you have it, the best way to eat to promote better mental health. Living with mental health symptoms like depression and anxiety is not easy, and we really hope that you found this video to help alleviate those symptoms a little. Also, a quick reminder to reach out to family members, friends, or health professionals if you feel like your mental health is taking too much of a toll. You don't and should not have to go through this alone. Did today's video inspire you to eat more healthy? What did you learn from today's video? And are you excited to see what future research will discover on the brain-gut connection? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed today's content, check out this related video to see more. Until next time,